In 1994, a final boss shook the world of gaming, not because it was hard, but because it was disturbing, grotesque, haunting, and decades later, we discovered it may be based on a real-life trauma. This is the creepy truth behind Giygas from EarthBound. EarthBound is remembered for its charm, its humor, and its heartwarming story. But behind that colorful RPG hides one of the most disturbing secrets in video game history. A secret so dark, it's tied to a childhood trauma and a real-life horror film. This is the terrifying truth behind Giygas, EarthBound's final boss, and possibly the most disturbing enemy ever created for a Nintendo game. Welcome to Contra Brothers Team, where we uncover the mysteries and lost timelines of retro games every week. If you love weird secrets hidden in old school classics, subscribe now and get ready for a trip you won't forget. Now, let's dive into one of gaming's creepiest legends. On the surface, EarthBound is cute and quirky. It doesn't take itself seriously. You fight sentient coffee cups, talk to dogs, and teleport into traffic. But then, the tone shifts. By the time you reach the end, you're not even sure what you're fighting anymore. You're up against something that can't be hit, can't be seen. You're told. You cannot grasp the true form of Giygas' attack. The music becomes distorted, the background abstract, almost biological. Some players saw a face, others saw something far worse. But here's the thing. This boss wasn't just made to be scary. It came from a very real and very personal place. Shigesato Itoi, the creator of EarthBound, once revealed a chilling truth in an interview. When he was a child, he wandered into the wrong movie theater and saw something that scarred him for life. Not just violence, not a monster. What he saw was a scene involving a woman being attacked in a way he couldn't fully understand. That confusion, that fear, that moment of emotional chaos, it all stayed with him. And years later, Itoi channeled that trauma into the final moments of EarthBound. He didn't want a traditional boss fight. He wanted players to feel what he felt. Lost, scared, helpless. And that's exactly what Giygas became. But how deep does the horror really go? What else did Itoi hide in that final battle? Stay with us. The most disturbing part is still coming. We know that Giygas is terrifying, but what if the way he attacks you, the way he speaks, was all designed to simulate trauma? Think about it. In the final battle, Giygas doesn't fight in a normal way. Instead, you see random lines of text like, "It hurts," "I'm happy," "Ness." These aren't attacks, they're cries, or maybe echoes of a memory. So let's break this down. When Itoi was a child, he saw something he didn't understand, a scene of assault. He thought it was murder, but later, he realized it was something worse, sexual violence. That swirling red background, it looks abstract at first, but fans have pointed out it may resemble a woman's face screaming. Others believe it mirrors the chaotic emotion of that childhood moment. Fear, confusion, pain, all trapped in one swirling form. And then there's the line that repeats again and again. You cannot grasp the true form of Giygas' attack. Some say this just means Giygas is too powerful. But what if it means something else? What if it's the perfect description of a child's mind trying to process something too horrific to understand? Itoi didn't just tell us a story. He made us feel what he felt, using game design. The boss fight has no logic. You can't beat Giygas through power, only by praying. Literal prayer. A desperate, emotional act, not combat. Because in real trauma, there is no fight, just survival. And Giygas? He's not a monster. He's a memory you can't destroy. Only accept. What do you think? Did Itoi design Giygas as a way to confront his past? Tell us in the comments below, and let us know. Was Giygas too disturbing for a kid's game? And if you're still with us, you'll want to see what Giygas really symbolizes, and how it connects to Ness's final journey. So if Giygas isn't a traditional villain, what is he? Many fans believe Giygas isn't just one thing. He's a symbol of trauma, of chaos, of corrupted innocence. It's no coincidence that Pokey, your childhood friend, is the one leading you to Giygas. He's the one who manipulates, lies, twists everything, just like trauma itself. There's one theory that takes this even further. According to some fans, Ness's entire journey may be a metaphor for his own mind, and Giygas is the part he can't face. The theory goes like this. The final battle takes place in the past, because it's Ness's own repressed memory. Giygas represents fear, guilt, something Ness was too young to understand. This explains why you need to die to yourself, why you go deep into Magicant, the realm of Ness's own mind, and why, in the end, only prayer can reach Giygas. Not Ness's bat, not Jeff's blaster, not even PSI attacks. Just prayer, emotion, vulnerability. It's a genius design choice. Itoi wasn't telling us to beat evil with power. He was showing us that some things can only be faced together. That's why the entire world hears you. Why your friends, your family, and even the player joins in. Because beating Giygas means healing from something bigger than just a boss fight. And let's not forget, the visuals themselves are unsettling for a reason. The shape behind Giygas? Many fans say it resembles a fetus. Others see a screaming face. Some even connect the swirling red tones to womb-like imagery, with Giygas representing a corrupted birth, a life that began in pain. This might sound extreme, but EarthBound's creator never denied it. In fact, Itoi himself once said, "I incorporated the experience of that shocking scene into Giygas. That's why he is that way." Do you think EarthBound was meant for kids? Or was it always a personal story Itoi had to tell? No matter how dark it got, let us know what you think about Giygas' true meaning in the comments. And if you've made it this far, you're part of the Contra Brothers team. Tap subscribe for more disturbing retro game mysteries, and don't miss our final breakdown. We'll reveal the real-world film that inspired all of this. So what exactly did Shigesato Itoi see that changed him forever? It was a 1957 Japanese film called The Military Policeman and the Dismembered Beauty. Itoi was just a kid when he walked into the wrong scene at the wrong time. What he saw wasn't a monster. It was a scene of a woman being assaulted, something his young brain interpreted as murder. That misunderstanding, the emotional confusion and fear, is what he recreated as Giygas. That's why Giygas doesn't speak clearly, why he can't be understood. He's not just a boss. He's trauma, made into code, and we, the players, relive Itoi's pain every time we face him. He made Giygas unbeatable by force, because real trauma can't be punched or zapped. Only through understanding, through others, through connection, can we find peace. So why does this creepy, emotional boss still resonate today? Because EarthBound did what most games didn't dare to do back then. It blurred the lines between innocence and fear, childhood and chaos. And it reminded us that games, even the pixelated ones, can be deeply human. If you've made it to the end, You've just explored one of the darkest secrets in Nintendo history. What do you think Giygas represents? Tell us in the comments. We read everyone. And if retro game mysteries and hidden lore are your thing, hit like, tap subscribe, and turn on the bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Because this is just the beginning, and Contra Brothers' team has so much more to uncover. Next time, we explore another retro classic and reveal the strange clues hidden in plain sight.